scratch me again. Jesus.
Okay, I know. We're doing the bearings on my Honda Civic. And we pull this off because we got issues. And then, like I said, we pulled it off. And if you look, you should see something. I see it. I don't know if you see it. If you look right there, the bearing is cracked right there. And it goes all the way down. Goes all the way down. So I just want to show you that to you. Take a listen. And that tells you the bearing is bad. See what you can hear. Listen. Now that is the outer part of the tire. So this part of the bearing, which looks like that on the bearing, this part is where the tire goes. Let me back up some so you can see what I'm talking about. This is where the tire goes, as you know. And this goes like that. So that damaged part is on that side. That is, again, looking at this toy, that's this side. Now, the inner side of the bearing, which is this side, is clean. This side is clean. From both sides, it's clean. But this side is the side with the damage on it. And that's for both tires. I'm going to show you the other bearing in a minute. So that's what I was showing you with this. There's a little damage, but not much. Most of the damage is here, on this assembly here, which drops in like that. Now this is the other one, and it will go something like that. I can't push it all the way down because I need a press to push it all the way down, but it would go like that. This is the magnetic ring. That ring is that ring. This is the part that is the part that goes to the inside. That goes to the inside. Because your ABS sensor for your brakes is right here, right here, right here, and right here on the inside. This magnetic ring goes in on that to the inside. If you install this backwards, your automatic braking system will not work. That is why you must put it in like this. If you put it in backwards, you're going to break this. You're going to break that to get it out. And you have to buy a brand new one of these. You can only get one try to get it right. That's it. After that, it's garbage. So, that is that one. Now let's look at the other one. This was, I don't know what tire this is. I don't know if this is the passenger or the driver's side. So, meaning, I don't know if this came from the passenger side or the driver's side. I just know it's bad. So now let's go look at the other front bearing. Like I said, that's the ring. That's the magnetic ring that goes to the inside towards the car. This is outer ring. So let me do this. You should, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but you should not hear anything. So, starting with this side, remember, that's the magnetic ring that goes to the inside of the tire. This is where your ABS sensor is, your automatic braking sensor is. This and the ABS sensor need to talk to each other. So this bearing only can go in one way. It goes in that way. Now that you've seen this bearing from that side, let me let you hear what it sounds like. The only thing you should have heard was my bones creaking when I turned it because the bearing made no noise. So let's look at the other side. And immediately, the camera picked it up. All of that is damaged. The damage comes from, starts here, which is right here, and it ends all the way over here. That's almost half the bearing is damaged. All from here to here is bad. And in time, if you let it go worse, you're going to have complete bearing failure, which means the tire will just fall off the car. This is a big deal. If you take it to the dealership, like we did, we had it quoted at the dealership, they wanted $1,500 for it. If you go buy the parts online through AutoZone or Advance, we bought ours at AutoZone, and we put them on ourselves. Total cost with everything was $400. So either you pay the $1,500 if you don't have the skill set to do this, or you pay $400 if you do. And yes, you're going to spend a day per tire to do this. So that's one front wheel. That's the second front wheel. And you have 4 bearings in a car. Each tire has a bearing. So passenger, driver side, and then rear passenger, rear driver side. 4. And that's what I wanted to show you. Now, one thing that we had this time around that we didn't have last time around is a tool. Let me get this tool so I can show you this tool. This changed everything when it comes to saving time, saving effort, saving heartache. Now this is a ball joint separator. This tool just slides on to the bottom of the ball joint, and then it pushes on the bolt. You crank this. As you crank that, that goes down, and it just pushes the ball joint right out of the socket. As opposed to you getting a hammer and some forks and beating the crap out of it. You just put this on there and it automatically separates it. Now what I like about it is, let's say that you're doing it this way and you can't get in because this nut is in the way, this pivot point. So you can just take that pivot point out and move it over. Just like that. Now it's out of the way. This tool saved about 20 minutes of maintenance. Just for having that. You can rent that for $35 at AutoZone. Or you can be like me. I rented it and I liked it so much I went back to AutoZone and told them that I want to buy it. Which meant I kept it. So yeah, I'm keeping this because I know I'll be in there changing bearings again or changing tie rods or something like this. This is what you actually need to keep in your garage because you're going to use that over and over again. That's worth the money. Well worth the money. You might be wondering what else is inside the ball joint. Well, that's the one nut that keeps the wheel on. You have the ball bearing rack. Basically all the ball bearing sits in this rack. Like that. So that's all the ball bearings. And look at these. See these? See how discolored they are? That means they heated up. Because you can see how dull and shiny these are. It's not shiny gray. These heated up, changed colors. Those also, they got overheated. So I'm wondering if that came from this one. Because that one with the damage up in here, it got hot. So I don't know if it was this one or the ball bearings that came out of this one. It's probably this one because I see little flakes of, yeah, I see flakes of metal. That metal right here. So this is the one that came out of here. And then you got more bearings, steel balls. Got a joke for you before I say goodbye. Got this kid, he's in middle school, hard-headed little kid, playing with little steel balls like this. Not listening to the teacher. One of them rolled down to the front, towards the teacher right by the board. And the teacher got fed up with it because they kept coming. And she yelled, turned around quickly, yelled, and said, "Who's got iron balls?" And the little boy stood up and said, "Superman." Have a nice day. Bearings operate under a constant hazardous condition. In Texas, ambient temperatures of 100 degrees can cause brakes to reach up to 700 degrees. Since bearings are mounted to the same assembly as brakes, heat transfers occurs between them. During floods and deep snow, water and dirt can enter the bearings. In Illinois, the city of Chicago uses salt to melt snow, which can quickly damage cars. Salt water accelerates corrosion. Water generates rust, and dirt creates friction between machine parts, which generates heat. In extreme cases, bearings can get so hot that the grease starts burning. Burning grease can distort the ball retainer wear ring with heat. Once the retainer ring is damaged, the ball becomes loose in the travel, causing further damage. Smearing occurs when metal flakes off the ball and become parts of the metal it's supposed to roll on. It's similar to smearing peanut butter and jelly on bread. All bearings get damaged because all balls use the same path. Bearings are heat-treated hardened metal. However, in some cases, the treatment does not penetrate to the core of the metal. Once the bearing wears through this heat-treated layer, the softer interior metal is affected. This is called spalling. When metal starts coming off, it is called flaking. Common signs of worn-out car bearings are unusual noises, such as grinding, growling, humming, or rumbling noise coming from the wheel or axles. These noises can become more pronounced at a higher speed or when making turns. Excessive vibration in the steering wheel or vehicle floorboard can signal worn-out bearings. This vibration may increase as you accelerate or come to a stop. Improper wheel rotation causes uneven distribution of weight and tire wear. If your wheel has excessive play or feels unstable, it is crucial to have the bearings inspected and replaced. A loose or wobbly wheel clearly indicates worn-out bearings. In some cases, a malfunctioning wheel bearing can trigger the ABS warning light on your dashboard. This occurs when the faulty bearing affects the speed sensor readings. There you have it, our discussion on bearings for the wheels. If you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up or even subscribing. Thanks, and have a great day.